It's Keith Fernandez, 53 Door Lab, Providence, Rhode Island. Good evening, Council Chair Yelin, members of City Council, and fellow residents of the City of Providence. Thank you for allowing me to testify here today on Ordinance 3371, an ordinance to raise the minimum wage of city hotel workers to $15 an hour. Now you might be wondering why I am here. I am typically fighting for the pro-business issues in our city, like my high property taxes, which hopefully will be addressed in the near future. But I'm also here because I believe there is something wrong with a particular industry. The current minimum wage is too low. It is not in line with inflation, and a person making that much would probably not qualify to rent my cheapest apartment in the south side of Providence. If some hotels could, they would probably pay less than that if they could get away with it. 40% of hotel workers, who are among the lowest paid workers in all major local sectors, live in poverty, according to the Economic Policy Institute. That is an embarrassment. Shanti Group has assets of over $5 billion. $5 billion. And they are fighting to keep the wages for their employees down at near minimum wage levels, while squeezing them to be ever more efficient. According to the Shanti Group, they have earned the status as an approved preferred operator of major brands of hotels, the Marriott and Renaissance. And they've done this by controlling costs, maximizing efficiencies, achieving superior guest scores, and improving margins. They go on to say that they create unprecedented value by exploiting a hotel's operational inefficiencies via techniques refined through years and years of hospitality management. They don't exploit operational efficiencies, they exploit their staff. One of their core competencies is tax abatement, and this they list right on their website. So we give them tax breaks, and they give our residents $8.50 an hour? What would you do for an $8.50 an hour job? I wanted to know what they did. So I went on to Craigslist and I looked up a job description for a housekeeper for the Hilton. For $8.50 an hour, they want you to do all this stuff, the most amount of stuff posted on any ad for housekeeping on Craigslist. I looked up their rates. If you were to stay at the Renaissance tonight, you paid $219 plus tax for the cheapest room.
It's terrible.
If our city council members want to enjoy the presidential suite, it's $1,500 a night. During the original passage of this ordinance in 2003, one council member explained the purpose of this tax agreement. He said, "This is about providing good jobs for our residents as we continue to spur new economic activity in the city of Providence." Well, I want you to meet one of those people that had one of those those good jobs. Yelin Ferreras. Yelin was paid $8.50 an hour when she started, and she worked as a housekeeper for 2 years and 9 months, and she was recently let go for trying to organize. She elected to go without health insurance because the premiums and deductibles were too high. What does $8.50 an hour mean at the end of the week? That is $261 net at the end of the week. $1,044 a month. That's what she earned. And after 2 years and 9 months, take a guess how much she was making when they let her go. $8.50 an hour. This is a productive member of our society right here in Providence that cannot afford to have a decent standard of life because of something as simple as that. I would not be typically supporting an ordinance like this, truth be told. As I mentioned earlier, I'm usually promoting some of the business issues in our city. But it must be really bad when a businessman comes here and testifies in support of an ordinance like this. The hotel industry is notorious for making money on the backs of its staff.
That's right.
The Shanti Group is at the top of that list. In fact, in March, Brown University passed a resolution urging the community to refrain from holding events at the Renaissance. In closing, I have this to say. Providence has seen occupancy rates rise from 63.5% in 2007 to over 80% in 2013. In the words of Elizabeth Warren, which I know many of you guys like, when productivity and profits increase, is there a reason why the minimum wage should not? Should we not all participate in that increased wealth? If you think there is some middle ground in this debate, I urge all of you to talk to the leaders of this movement so that Ordinance 3371 can pass, and these folks who are productive members of Providence are championed for once in their life. Thank you very much.